Mr. Krabs, look, please tell us what the secret formula is. We all know you give us a hint that it might be vegetarian, but can you please give us a joke anymore? Unless you have 20 bucks. Hello YouTube, this is SpongeBob here, and today we are here to talk about Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs. Let's see, what's the difference between the older seasons of him and the newer seasons? In older seasons, he was like this funny character who was a pirate, cheap but funny, hilarious, and he still cared about his employees, and they did make interesting episodes like Arg, where he was in this interest in the board game, and he actually thought it was real, which soon brought on the Flying Dutchman, where it was actually based on a treasure map. And also, where like Mr. Krabs was going on a date with Mrs. Puff, which these two characters have been shipped, I can tell. And also, another one is where Mr. Krabs thought he was old, well, getting old and everything, and want to make himself feel young. It was definitely amusing and everything. He was just getting embarrassed, did not like it. Yeah, but in the newer seasons, there's really nothing like that. In the newer seasons, he's been more cheap, everything like that. He's actually been pretty much, don't care if anyone gets hurt, if long it gets money for him. He will not even care, like Grease, if it gets his daughter all filthy looking, and girls with all those warps, then pretty much he doesn't care if long it's given money, or if it's free. He'll do anything that can get him for free, or get money out of it. Yeah, that's all of his character now. Anyway, what are the other things? Well, I can give you a couple episodes of it. There's this one episode where he goes into the newspaper business. And what happens is, Mr. Krabs is actually willing, getting people hurt if it means he gets money. He gets so much money. First, Sandy actually gets, everyone now thinks she's dumb, and her science words get taken away from her. Larry, everyone thinks he was beaten up by Pig Squeak, you know what I mean, when that was just completely a misunderstanding what actually happened. And also, like Plankton thinking that he was making chum out of people, out of fish, which that is actually true in real life, but in a cartoon version, no it's not. Anyway, Mrs. Puff Swoo was taken away because everyone thinks she was in a boat sweet chase, and it ruined her business. And all that stuff was completely lies, and then finally, SpongeBob has enough of it, and then he ruins Mr. Krabs by making everyone think the Krusty Krab, what Mr. Krabs has been doing to SpongeBob, everything. And then everyone's getting mad at him, and then pretty much, you know what happened. He gets what he deserves, getting all the money back, but guess what? He thinks, oh, I guess $1 doesn't change anything. Or does it? He used the printer to print out so much money, and at the end of the episode, he doesn't learn anything. He just got so much money out of it because he at least had $1 left. And then pretty much, nothing happens. Weird joke about Patrick, everything about that. Yeah. It was kind of funny, but it doesn't even matter. So, what else happens? Well, there is some things we can talk about. In other episodes, there's even this one about... Oh yeah, now I do remember. It was this one episode where SpongeBob gets fired by Mr. Krabs because he thinks if he fires him only a nickel, he can get more money off of it. This is just lazy character writing, no joke. Maybe Mr. Krabs could fire SpongeBob because SpongeBob did something to the Krusty Krab, like damage it, and Mr. Krabs had no choice but to fire him. Or maybe Mr. Krabs did not want SpongeBob to be a fast food joint for all of his life, and want SpongeBob to have a good career in his life. Things like that. That's good story art. And pretty much, there's nothing interesting about the shipping anymore. I mean, yeah, it has been joked around a few times. But I will admit, there has been a few good, interesting Plankton episodes in the New Year seasons. Not Company Picnic, which I guess we'll go into that episode as well, since I just mentioned it. Company Picnic was made after the second SpongeBob movie, and I think it was the first one after, and it was just very boring. No joke. SpongeBob, Squidward are just being bored out because Mr. Krabs is being cheap using paper napkins and then getting a real blanket, and jellyfishing fields. It's just all boring, and when Plankton comes around giving them all rides and everything, it's even more boring. It's just lazy. It's just really not great. And it was just kind of boring. Company Picnic was just a boring episode. And for you seeing it, you could probably tell why. There was not really that interest to talk about. I mean, it was funny when they found out all the stuff they were Plankton was giving them was just garbage from fake holograms, but still. Other things than that, it was just pretty much boring. Mr. Krabs is really just like a person who doesn't care, and he's cheap and everything as long as he gets money out of it. Or he will only take things if it's free. He's been stealing things as well. That's all this stuff in the new characters. Anyway, that's the reason why a lot of people hate Mr. Krabs now. And for that said, this is the end of the episode. This is SpongeBob SquarePants saying bye.